Right. Let us start with the first part of why, which is the nature of ethics. When we talk about the nature of ethics, what we are trying to identify is whether ethics is a practical paper or is it a theoretical paper. General common perception is that ethics is a theoretical paper. आप कंटेंट पढ़ लें, कंटेंट के ऊपर मास्टरी कर लें तो आपके अच्छे मार्क्स आ जाएंगे, which is absolutely wrong. Over the years, ethics has shown a very practical bent in its inclination. Now, मैं झूठ बोल रहा हो सकता हूं, इसके लिए we'll just have a look at the previous year question papers, which are the best barometer to understand whether ethics has a practical nature or more of a theoretical side to it. There was this particular question which was asked, what is the relevance of transparency, accountability, और इस तरीके के कुछ और शब्द दिए थे. So let's say talk about transparency and accountability. It spoke about what is the relevance of transparency and accountability. There were many people who wrote wonderful definitions of these terms and still did not get marks. And do you think they should have gotten marks? No. Why? Because the question was asking about the relevance of transparency and accountability. It was not asking about the definition of both of them. Now, what is relevance? It's very practical. That means you must understand the definition, but you must also know what the relevance is. Take another example from section A of previous year question papers. There was this Warren Buffett saying which said integrity and energy are two important prerequisites for inducting anybody into an organization. But without integrity, intelligence and energy becomes lethal. Now, do you think that's a theoretical question? It's a very practical question. For that matter, most of the quotation-based questions are very practical in nature. When we talk about other realistic examples that section A often asks about, they are also talking about the practical side of the section A. Having said that, it does not mean that there are no theoretical questions when we come to ethics paper. There are theoretical questions, like when they talk about some moral thinker or philosopher, if they're asking about utilitarianism, if they're talking about probably Plato, Socrates, they might be talking about a bit part of theory. But if they're talking about Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita, PNS, then it's very much practical, very much contemporary. Right? So this gives us an idea that at least section A indicates that ethics is a very practical subject. It's not theoretical, counterintuitively. Then we come to the section B. What does section B talk about? Now see, section B is out and out case studies. So case studies anyway, they have never asked you the idea of some great thinker. They have not asked you the idea of what Mahatma Gandhi will say in this or what other people will say. Even if they do, that would be one or two questions. What do they ask? They ask that you are district development officer. They ask that you are SP. They ask that you are collector. You are the in charge in a district which is hit by a natural calamity. So you are being given situation which you are required to resolve in a very practical manner. So section B again indicates that the nature of ethics paper is very practical. Section A and section B all over the years reflect very clearly that the nature of ethics is practical. This gives us one part of our answer.